Hello friends, you are welcome. We are going to continue from where we stopped in the previous lesson. In the last lesson, we are able to fix the column, the beam, as well as the foundation. And we have placed some point from which we are going to insert the braces that will connect the column and the beams of this water stand. So let's continue. But by then, I would like us to continue with placing points for ease of placement of the braces. So I will go to the edit tab just like that, and then I'll click on these points, pick on this one, I'll zoom closely to this place. I need the point at the center. Okay, so I will rotate it this way by holding down the control key and the middle of the mouse. I will try to locate this point, this place. Yeah, pick that as my first point, come to this side, rotate this, and pick here to insert the point at the center of this stanchion. Alright, just like that. I will come to this side and do the same thing. I will rotate, zoom closely, pick that point, and pick this point. After which, I will also rotate this to ensure that I place a point at the center of this beam. If I pick that and this, I have a point there. You can see the point there. Alright. So, after which I've done that there, I will also do it in this other side. So, I'll rotate this way and place point in this place. I pick this first point. Pick that and then rotate this and then be able to pick this point to have that point there. Alright, proceed to the side. I have one point there, another point there to have the point at the center. So I'll also place it on the beam. Right, so I'll be able to check the center of the beam. This seems to be the center. I pick that point. I pick that. Alright, so now we want to start placing the braces. For us to be able to place the braces, we'll go to the T tab and then we'll pick beam. Rotate it in such a way that you are able to see the point that you just placed, this one. Then pick on the point just like that, and then come to this other point on the beam and pick it to have something like this. So having something like this, select it so we can change the profile. You can now close this one. Now once it's been selected, you come to setting. In the setting dialog, the profile, we are going to click on edit profile, and then we'll be using an angle profile. So we'll scroll down to check for L profile, this one, click on it, then we navigate to UKX, okay, expand it, and then go to this. We'll be using 75 by 50 by 6, this one, click on apply and okay, modify this. The next thing we'll be looking at is the orientation of this angle. If you zoom closely, you see that the orientation is not actually what we intended. So we'll come to this place where you see rotation, just turn it below, click on modify, then after which you check again. Alright, we can go by this orientation. Then the depth, you just change it to front, click on modify. Alright, so we'll be having something like this. This is actually what was expected. Okay. Alright, so we are going to be mirroring this, so we can have it in this other side. So, and for us to do that, you just have to right click and click on copy special linear mirror, just like that, and then you will be able to pick this point and then you pick here, click on copy to have it in the opposite side, just like that. Okay, after which click on OK. So this is what we actually expected to have here. Right click and then interrupt. Alright, if you zoom closely here too, you notice that the angle is properly placed. Alright, so we will be doing the same thing in this other side, which is this side. You click on the beam, zoom closely to this place where you have the point, pick the point, the first point, and then the second point. After which you zoom closely to check the angle orientation. Alright, this orientation is okay. After which you have to now mirror it. So you position it in a way that it can be easy for you to mirror. Right click, interrupt first, select the angle, right click, and then copy linear, mirror, zoom closely, clear this content, you pick the first point, you pick the second point, click on copy to have it in that site, click on OK. Alright, right click, withdraw, zoom closely to check if it is properly placed. Alright, so we have successfully placed the angle there. So we will be placing in this second provisions where we place point. So you pick on the angle again, and then you zoom closely and rotate this. Rotate in such a way that you can see the point, just like this. Pick that point, pick this one. You still have this angle in that direction. We want to mirror it as well. Select the angle, right click, copy linear, mirror, zoom closely, pick the point, then you click on this point and then click on copy to have that. Right click and then interrupt. After which, come to this side. We are going to be doing the same thing here. Activate the beam, pick the first point, pick the second point. If you check very well, the angle is not well placed. Okay, it is nice. Alright, select it, right click, copy linear, mirror, zoom closely, pick the point, come down, pick this other point, then you click on copy to have that. Click on OK, right click and then interrupt. So having this, now we want to start adding the gusset plate connection to this and that. So for us to do that, come to application and component. If you just type the micros number, which is 11, you have this. This is the one we'll be using. So select it. After which, select the beam, select the braces, the two braces, and then click on the middle of the mouse to insert it. So you have it like this, you can see. But the number of bolts we will be having here is only 2, but we are having 4 bolts, which is not model enough. And so we are going to be editing that. So deselect that, right click and then interrupt, double click on this. Alright, so once you double click, you'll be having something like this. So you go straight to board 1. In this board 1, you'll be having a distance between this point and this point. I want it to be 30. And here I'll be having two boards, and then this place I'll be having 30 as well. Then here just make it 70. Alright, so if you zoom this place so that you can see the changes here, you come to this place, you'll be having 1 in that directions, and then this place you'll be having 30 here as well. Click on modify. So this is what you're having there. Okay, but you can increase so that to have a clear distance between the edge of the gusset plate and the board. So for that you need to change here to let's say 50, and then here 50 for a good clear distance. Okay, then this place now you change it to 100. Here to we have 50. Okay, then click on modify. So once you click on modify, you'll be having something of this kind, and this is model enough in that directions. So we'll be working on this other board, this one. So for us to work on that, we'll go to the brace board 2, which is this one. So in this brace board 2, we will do the same thing. I think we are having 50 here, okay, and then we're having 50 here as the clear distance, and then this point we have 2 bolts, and then we have a 100 here, just like that, and this point is 1, and we are having 50, and then click on modify. Alright, so you'll be having this, so we will be going by this one, okay, after which you just have to click on apply and okay. So if you look at it closely, you're having something of this kind. So we want to proceed to add this, so you just have to rotate this way, zoom closely. So we want to place one here, so you select this, click on the stanchion, and then click the braces and click on the window of the mouse. You have something like this. Alright, you do the same thing here to have that. So just like that, fix it there. Also fix that one. Come to this second height, you pick the beam, you interrupt the beam first, select it, pick the beam first before you pick the braces. Alright, the 2 braces, click the middle of the mouse to insert that, pick the column and the braces, the middle of the mouse to insert that. Alright, now if you check very well, you will notice that this is almost clashing with the it's almost clashed with the column here. It's because of the mirroring. The mirroring was not properly mirrored to this side, so it does not start from the center of this column, and that is adjustable. Okay, come to this side, rotate it so you can see what you are doing very well, just like that. Pick the column and then you pick the braces, click the middle of the mouse to insert it. Alright, pick this beam and the 2 braces, click the middle of the mouse to place that. You pick the column, click the middle of the mouse to have that. You do the same thing here. Alright, so after placing this just like this successfully, we want to be copying this to this other side. Alright, so you just have to select this command, select this beam, or the control key, select that one, right click and then click on copy. You pick grid line 1 like that, and then you copy to grid line 3 to have that. Alright, so if you rotate it towards that side, you will notice that the gusset plate is actually in the other face of the beam. So all we need to do is to just edit it, click on it, right click, and then you click on delete. You delete that connection as well as this one. You delete the connection, or you just select this, go to setting. Alright, then where you're having this rotation, you're having it to be below, so you rotate it to be top and you have it this way. Do you see? So that is what you are supposed to do. Instead of deleting this deleting the connection, like if I undo this now, I undo again to have the connection. If I just select this one and then I will hold the control key and select this as well. Alright, then come to this rotation and then I will make it top, click on modify. You see it has automatically changed. Alright, and bring it to this other front. So that is how it works. Okay, so we want to proceed. So we have copied that. We want to also copy from grid line A to grid line C. So we select this brace, select this other angle brace, right click, and then you click on copy. Okay, use this one, copy. You pick the grid line A and copy it to grid line C, just like that. Alright, right click and interrupt. You just have to rotate it this way. You do the same thing, select this angle or the control key, select this one, and then the rotation positioning, take it to the top, and then you modify to have this. For the second height, we want to also copy it. So you select this angle brace, select this other one, right click, click on copy, pick this grid line 1 to grid line 3. You have that. Right click and redraw. Rotate it towards that side so you can see it very clearly. Alright. After which you can select the first brace angle, the second one by holding down the control key, come to positioning, rotation, take it to the top, modify, and you have that. So this other side, from grid line A to grid line C, rotate this way and be able to hold the control key, do the same selection and right click, you copy it from grid line A to grid line C, and you have that. Interrupt. Okay, select the two braces and then rotate it to the top, and you have that. Okay, so the next thing that we will be doing now is we are going to populate this to the last beam. Okay, and for us to do that successfully, we'll be going in the vertical direction, which is the z-axis of the universal coordinate system. And so you hold the control key, select this first point, select the second point, the first brace, second brace in that direction, and do the same thing to be able to select all of this. Sorry, I've done a wrong selection. You must be careful. Select that, this, that, just rotate this, rotate it. Now you can select that. Okay, make sure you hold the control key so you can be able to select all. Remaining these two. Alright, so if you check this one, we have not rotated to the front, it is still coming from the back. Alright, this particular brace, so we will need to do that immediately. So for us to do that, you just have to select this, hold the control key, select this one, and then take it below to have this. Alright, so let's proceed with the selection. Pick that, hold the control key, pick that, pick this, pick that, alright. You can rotate it so you can see the ones that you have not selected very well. Alright, so I believe all is being selected successfully. So right click and click on copy special linear. Alright, in the Z direction we are going 2 meters, okay, upward. Alright, and the number we have already occupied first, second. Alright, so we'll be having 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we have 4 of these populated vertically up to the last beam. Okay, so click on copy. Let's see what happens. So if you click on copy, you'll be having this. Copy it successfully with precision, with no changes. So you click on OK, right click and then withdraw. Alright, so if you turn this round, you need to move around to check if there is any changes or if there is any misalignment. If there's any misalignment, you just have to make a corrections. But I believe there is no misalignment, there is no changes. So this is how you can place this. So you can just right click and then click on withdraw to have this. Alright, so we have successfully placed the braces just like this, and the gusset connections, which is very modern, just like this, and this one like that. Okay, so this will bring us to the end of this lesson. For this particular part, we will be looking at the next part. The next part will be considering the platform and as well as the ladder. That is what we are going to be doing in the next part. So stay tuned. If you have not subscribed, subscribe. and we look forward to see you in the next lesson. Thanks and bye for now.